Chapter 7 Solars Towers. Sebastian waved to the driver as he exited the car and instructed him to drop the agent off at his apartment block. It had been a good evening. The ACME site deal was going as well as all the previous deals had, and no doubt future ones would continue to. After all these years, Barnaby's words still rang in his head. "Let's call it your life's work. Don't worry, young man, you'll be amply rewarded for your efforts." As time had gone by, more of the grand plan had been unveiled. He still was not sure if he knew it all there was to know yet, or if there was more yet to come. In any event, it had become his life's work. Beep, 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 his phone notified him of an incoming email. He unlocked the phone and read the email. Bet on long shot the third in the 12:30 at Haydock, 200 to 1, put £75 on to win. Sebastian shook his head almost in disbelief. £15,000 win. If it comes in, imagine that. If. It always made him smile when these apparently dead nags with unbelievable odds came in. He hoped one day to find out how on earth that ever happened, but for now he was more than happy enough to keep placing the bets, taking the winnings and moving on towards some unknown future. After reading the message, he reviewed his schedule for the next day and made the necessary arrangements to get to Haydock and both place the bet and collect the winnings. Not every gambler can say that with such confidence. He smiled again as he thought about it. His PA would handle the day-to-day tasks. He just needed to get to the lockup, retrieve the old banger he drove on these occasions, and drive himself to the racetrack in time to place the bet. It was almost therapeutic nowadays to drive himself. He nearly always had his driver. Taking responsibility for himself and his own safety was an increasing novelty. Getting up and crossing the room to the kitchen, he ran over the finer details of the next day, to ensure they added up. He had become a stickler for the details. It's where the devil lay. He smiled again. According to Barnaby, in the future he may well be more of the devil than the devil himself. With every box mentally checked and ticked, he opened the refrigerator and chose a Budweiser. He wasn't sure why, but went with his hunch it would be the right choice. Clearing his mind, he lay back in his settee and relaxed as he took the first sip from his rapidly condensing beer. Water pooled on the outside the bottle as the temperature difference between its contents and the much warmer room caused water to condense. Left long enough, the surface tension if each drop would eventually be exceeded and they would run down, reaching his hand. Just as it moistened the bottle, the cool ale ran down his throat, washing any and all worries away with it. Sebastian was a happy man, and he'd have another 15,000 reasons to be happy this time tomorrow. He could then get on with his other life's work, acquiring even more aging and derelict land. Sebastian raised the bottle to himself and Barnaby. "Cheers, Barnaby," he said out loud. "Thanks for the heads up."